Hi and welcome to our channel. We are Ondra and Luci and this is our trip of a lifetime. After 10 years working in a corporate world, we said enough. We quit our jobs, moved into a self-converted camper van and left for our dream journey to Scandinavia. These days we are traveling through Latvia and today we will show you a spa town Kemeri and also Kemeri National Park, one of Latvia's best hidden gems. We moved from Jūrmala to Kemeri, which is one national park with bogs and forest, etc. But it's also a city park, like in the city. I don't know.
Because it is a spa town. It's actually the town where the spa tradition started.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we moved here. It was just like 20-30 minutes. And now to get warm a little, we are making lunch. And then we'll go to the city park first and then to the national park.
The lunch was delicious. We had chicken meat with rice. You maybe wonder why we just don't go to the restaurant. It would be warm there also. But when you travel like us for 4+ months, it's not sustainable to eat out. I visited a website, Visit Kemeri, and there was article which said what are the top reasons why to visit Kemeri in the fall season. And for me the number one reason was that this park is full of hydrangeas flowers, which is one of my favorite flowers. We have them also in our garden. And right now in the fall they are changing the colors from white. These are white in the summer and now they are pinkish, and from pink they will go to red and to brown, and it's just beautiful to see it. And there are huge flower beds of these beautiful hydrangeas. They're quite big. And the beautiful building is Hotel Kemeri, and it's a spa facility where people with different sort of diseases come to heal and to use the power of the Kemeri sulfur springs. Wow! It's beautiful. We are in the treetops. Ondra mentioned, we are now in the town of Kemeri. It is very close to Jūrmala. I think it was 20 minutes by car. And Kemeri is actually the place where the spa tradition started. There are sulfur springs in the forest, and the first people which was using the springs for their health benefits came even in 18th century. And they were accommodated in the forest ranger cabin, and they were bringing the water from the spring to forest cabin in buckets. They heat it on the fire, they put it in the tubs, and they were healing their diseases. So this place, this island, is called Island of Love. It was destroyed during the war and it was renewed only 2 years ago in 2021. And we were wondering why the hell we didn't came here, because we visited the National Park Kemeri, which is just few kilometers away 5 years ago. But the park was reconstructed just 2 years ago, so it wasn't in such a good condition when we were here last time. This is just the cutest little church. It's again a Russian Orthodox church. It's wooden and it's green, yellow, red. It's beautiful.
Behind me you can see the water tower, and it was built in 1929. The original purpose was to use it as a tower for the mineral water that was used in the sanatorium. So there was like half mineral water and half was clean drinking water, and nowadays it's used just for clean water.
It smells like rotten eggs in here. If you have been to Iceland, that you know what I'm talking about. And the spring is called Little Lizard because there is like a statue of a lizard, and I suppose in the summer the spring is coming out of the lizard statue and you can sit in the spring. It's very nice. I read there were lots of like huge structures built during the Soviet era here in Kemeri and Jurmala, and they were like simply destroyed because they were too big and people weren't coming in such a huge numbers as during the Soviet times. I even saw some photos from the, I think, 70s or something like that. And the beach in Jurmala, it was like head on head. It was like so full of people, like some, I don't know, Copacabana in Brazil or something like that. So it was like the most desired holiday in the Soviet Union, basically. This was the town of Kemeri, and now we will be moving to Kemeri National Park. It's just like few kilometers from here, and it's a bog area, so we will be going through the duck boards, and there is some bird watching tower, and it will be beautiful.
The Great Bog of Kemeri is a highlight of the Kemeri National Park, and I think it is a great peek into Latvia's nature if you are in Riga or Jurmala. Conveniently, you can get there by train from Riga. The train station is some 3 kilometers from the bog itself. For us, it was easy 25-minute drive from the town of Kemeri. So we made it to the bog, to the national park, and we weren't sure if we'll be able to make it on time because the sun sets just after 6, and right now it's like 5:20 or something like that. So we still have some time, and it's like 5 kilometers circle in the bog, and there is no way to turn, you know, there is just this boardwalk, duck boards walk in the bog. So we decided to just run for it in case tomorrow is raining, you know. Better to, in this time of year when it's not raining, it means it's good weather and you should make most of it. So,
but it's 3 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, so we go.
We are in a bog. I think this is probably the last bog we will visit on our journey, so let's enjoy.
Also, I was just thinking, and this was the first bog that we visited, not on this trip, but 5 years ago, when we were here the first time in the Baltics. Yeah, so it's kinda
symbolic.
Symbolic, yeah, that's
because
the word.
It's the first bog, like when you go from Czech Republic, so this is the first, and we are coming from Finland now, so it's naturally the last one. It's beautiful, I love it. When we visited this place 5 years ago in summer, I instantly knew that I would love to visit also during my favorite season, which is fall, because I was imagining how the yellow leaves will look on the birches and how the mosses will turn red. And it's exactly that beautiful as I imagine it. Yeah, and it was 5 years ago, but little did we know that we will come back only 5 years later. Little did we know that we will build our van, we will quit our jobs, and we will drive across all the Scandinavia, and that we will end in this very bog in Kemeri National Park exactly in the fall season.
As I already mentioned, the Great Bog of Kemeri is a highlight of the national park, but honestly, it has so much more to offer. Kemeri National Park is almost 381 square kilometers full of untouched forests, mares and lakes. You can do multiple hikes and you will not be bored as the trails are different from each other. Kemeri National Park also protects the famous mineral springs and muds used for centuries because of their healing properties. The springs led to development of many spas in the area during the 19th century. It is also said that there are many tanks from the Second World War sunken in the bogs of Kemeri. So we made it to the observation tower. I don't think you'll observe anything other than the bog itself, but it's nice to see it from above. I have my drone in the backpack, but we are losing light quite quickly and it's not the best in these low light conditions. Also, it's a bit windy, so I don't think I will even bother taking it out. And also it's quite late, so we don't have really time for that before it gets dark, so we don't get lost in the bog.
Oh my god, the colors! The birches, it's like some yellow pearls all across the bog. And the mosses, it's really like now from the up, it's really visible how it's red. It's beautiful. I think it's better than in summer actually. Oh my god. And there with all the ponds. Well, I think maybe this Kemeri is the most beautiful bog in Baltics.
I was thinking the same actually. Also the duckboards are kind of like, you know, like winding through. It's not a straight path. And
yes, it's fun to go through the bog.
And there is a lot of these ponds and some benches to observe. It's very nice.
This is the only one where there is benches along the path.
As usual, we are running out of time. The sun just set, which means we have like 20 to 30 minutes of sunlight, and it's still 2.5 kilometers to the car. But as I said before, you cannot really turn anywhere wrong at these duckboards, so I think it'll be fine.
Life is good.
Yeah.
Let's bring blankets.
Yeah, you could sleep here on the floor.
It's beautiful. I feel so calm in here.
Made it.
We are back at the van, and it's really cold. It takes like 2 hours to defreeze from afternoon spent outside, so I'm just sitting here letting the warm air heat me a bit, and defrosting slowly. I admire all the Vanlifers who are traveling in winter.
I guess most of them travel to like warm places, like south.
And I can totally understand that.
I understand it now as well. Like it's kind of miserable. Like of course you can be in the van whole day, right? But I don't know. Depends what kind of job you do and how is your van like built and prepared for you sitting in there whole day.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I think we are getting close to the end of this week's video. Thank you if you watched it until here.
Don't forget to like and subscribe because it will help us grow.
See you next week. Or maybe not. Well, we are definitely going home, but I think we'll make one more video from the trip home. It's still like 1500 kilometers.
And this is empty.